Hello everyone, Jacquie Edwards here for Live at Lunchtime. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. I think today's Tuesday if I'm not mistaken. So I'm a bit late today. I had a few errands to run and they all ran late, so oh well. But I'm here now and I just got off the phone with my solicitor. So I wanted to talk today about contracts for rent-to-rent agreements. I have been hoping to get them online so that I could get people copies of them, management agreement and lease agreements. So I have finally sorted it out with the solicitor. So they're putting together some draft contracts for me to have a look through right now. And then you'll be able to grab those from the website. Hopefully next week or the week after is what we're aiming for. So getting those all drafted up now, which is really good news. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about contracts today. So if you joined me yesterday, you know that one of my contracts, one of my rent-to-rents, had a few issues with their mortgage, so we are making some changes to the contract. That was one of my errands I did today, was I had to drop off the new contracts for them to sign. But basically, we just used our same standard contract that we were using before. We just had to change the amounts and the number of people a little bit. So how do contracts work? If you've read my book, Rent to Rent, Your Questions Answered, you'll know what type of contracts you should be using for your rent-to-rent deals. But briefly, there's two types that you should be mainly focusing on. There's either the management agreement or the commercial lease agreement. Mostly, a management agreement is going to work for pretty much any rent-to-rent that you do. It's the same kind of agreement that a letting agent tends to use. Now, they might not call it that, they might not know what it's called, but it's a management agreement where you're managing the property on behalf of the owner. So you are basically the agent in the rent-to-rent deal, just like a letting agent managing the property on the owner's behalf. Whereas with a commercial lease agreement, you are taking over a lease, a long-term lease on that property, and then you are putting your kind of subtenants in. So you are the tenant of the owner, and you are the landlord of your tenants. So you're not acting as an agent, you're not managing the property on behalf of the owner, you are renting it as a leaseholder, and then you're renting it out to your tenants. So that's kind of a high-level, simplistic explanation of it. You probably don't need to go into a lot more detail. If you're doing anything fancy, you are going to want to talk to a solicitor about any kind of special extra terms and purchase options, anything like that. You need to speak with a solicitor to have a proper or a separate type of contract written up. But if you've got kind of just a normal, straightforward, 3 to 5 year lease with a set amount of rent, where you're either managing the property or you want to take it over as kind of a leaseholder, then you should be looking at the management agreements or the commercial lease agreements. And if you want more information, I suggest you check out my book. Otherwise, I think I have written a blog article on it at the renttorentacademy.co.uk. And if you are interested in rent-to-rent contracts, keep your eye on renttorentacademy.co.uk or jadesuccess.co.uk, and we should have some up and ready for sale in the next couple of weeks. So thank you very much for joining me. I'm absolutely starving now, so I'm going to go and have some lunch. Connected me there, so hopefully you've been seeing this, but have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.